What's up, my tropical little jackfruits? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today we are finally back with another installment of the Weekly Nightwave, the series where we take a look at this week's acts and figure out the most efficient or entertaining way to take them on. Now, as you guys know, we do have an intermission this week, which brings us a whole slew of new rewards. So we're going to take a look at those as well, but before we do, a word from our sponsors. Have you been searching for the ultimate way to single-handedly carry an ESO, or to dispatch high-leveled armor targets en masse, but keep falling for the same gimmicky builds that require you to block and use amalgam mods, as well as weapons that you would never regularly use on a daily basis? Well, never fear, cause Plague Star is here! Almost, I'm not sure if it's live yet, it's probably going to be coming very soon. And you can finally get your hands on all of those Plague Czar parts that you've been needing to construct your very own Momus, a weapon that with the appropriate build will keep you healed and also destroy your targets. So be sure to check it out today. Alrighty, so I wanted to go ahead and address this because in a previous video I actually went ahead and covered all of the different amalgam mods, and there were several comments saying you should see the true power of the Javlock amalgam mod, which paired well with sword and shield builds that kind of like reflected all of this damage back to the enemy. They're like, you gotta use the reflect mod, you gotta use the parry mod, and seeing it in action, I was incredibly unimpressed. There were some people saying that you didn't have to use spores for it, but that was just really disappointing. But then when you did end up using spores for it, I was like, so this is just like Saryn doing Saryn things? And you were kind of like sitting around waiting for enemies to hit you in order to reflect the damage back to them, and I was just like, this is bullshit. Let me just go ahead and show you how the Sarin Build that I've literally been using for since her release, to be completely honest with you, works without having to do anything crazy gimmicky. Wow, the light on that is nutso. So one of the things I want to point out, oh my god, what is going on with this energy color? It's a little intense. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I feel like this is 10 gazillion times faster than that weird sword and shield blocking bullshit. I don't know, maybe it's just me being an old man veteran, but I'm just not super duper easily impressed. And I mean, as you can see here, because of the fact that my setup has healing return on it, I'm literally restoring my health. Of course, it's helped out a little bit with Arcane Grace, but all in all, you don't need gimmicks, you guys. You just need a good, solid build. So what I'll actually do is I'll go ahead and leave a link up in the top corner that not only has the Plague Star playlist in it, but also my Saryn of Saturn 6 setup. So that way you can see everything in its full glory. However, I'm sure that there are plenty of you viewers out there who've already seen it a gazillion times over and are like, okay, we get this, Rob, so let's move along. Hi, it's Future/Editing Rob, and you won't get this reference unless you stay till the very end of this video, but legitimately, take a look at this juicy fucking chicken! Ah, it's so good! Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. As you can see, Nightwave is currently on an intermission. Now, this takes place between the Wolf of Saturn 6 and the next act, which should be the Emissary, I believe. And it has something to do with the Infested, so I'm very curious. Who's the Emissary for the Infested? I don't know. I'm excited to see what the next storyline is like, but in the meantime, we do have a slew of new rewards and a new setup to how missions are going to work. So, as you can see right here, let's kick things off with Expressive. Play 1 emote, and that is your daily. Graffiti is the next daily, that is deploy a glyph within a mission. And then Shiny, which is pick up 8 mods. Moving along to our weeklies, we have Cache Hunter. Find all caches in 3 sabotage missions. Now, the one thing I want you to pay attention to is the amount of standing that it gives, because this actually gives 6,000, which is very nice and a great upgrade from the previous weeklies. Now, we have Not a Warning Shot. This is also weekly. This is kill 500 enemies, easy. And then we have Polarized, which makes its return, and as you can see, they still haven't done anything about it, and I'm completely and utterly rolling my eyes, which is Polarized with Forma 3 times, not in the simulacrum. Are you gonna refund those Forma? I don't know. It's always a very polarizing topic, because there are definitely some people that are okay with it, and there are some people that are like looking at you sideways, trying to get me to spend my money on Forma. Venus Fisher. Catch 6 rare service fish in the Orb Valis. Wow, those were words that didn't come out right. Venus Minor, mine 6 rare gems or ore in the Orb Valis. And then we have our 2 elite weeklies. The first one is Silent Eliminator for 9k standing. Look at that. You could do 1 elite weekly and 1 of the dailies, and boom, you've got your first rank right there. And that is complete an extermination mission with level 30 or higher enemies without being detected. And then we also have Unlock Relics, which is unlock 10 relics. So easy peasy. I think the best way to kind of go about this is really to pair up Unlock Relics with maybe, where are you, Cash Hunter. So get those sabotage missions done and unlock some relics at the same time. I don't really know because I haven't seen too many sabotage missions pop up in the relic unlock screen, but if you do, definitely go ahead and get your hands on that. Everything else is pretty basic. There's nothing too crazy about it. But one of the things that I do want to kind of make note of is we have new rewards. However, for those of you guys who are over fucking achievers and are talking about prestiging, I actually went ahead and took a look at the patch notes, and one of the things that they did make mention was the fact that you would not be able to prestige during the intermission. Basically, you get up to the final rank, which I believe is 15, and then you're done. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards. So the first one is Nora Creds, and we get 100 of them straight out of the gates. Then we get 2,000 Endo. I'm rolling my eyes at that one, but you know what? Nightwave is made for all players, not just for endgame players, so gotta be understanding, right? We get 2 robotic slots, which means if you really wanted to, you could go ahead and make Samoa and form a Samoa if you really wanted to. Orokin Cell times 3, some people were saying that this was a good reward. I don't really think so because I feel like Orokin cells are really, really easy to come by. They're like saying, you don't get it. That's like 1 Warframe. That's 1 this, 1 that. Listen, I get it. If you are not good at farming Orokin cells, that's fine. My cat spits them out like they're hairballs. So, to me, not a great reward. Then we have the Gamma Palette. This thing was locked away for ages, and now a lot of people are going to be able to get their hands on them. I know that there are some people that are like, oh, it's an exclusive. I don't know if you should give that away. Listen, I want exclusives. A palette, not really a big deal. Give me something more epic than that. Moving along, we have more Nora credits. This one kind of tapers off a bit. It is just 50 creds. And then we have Kuva. This is 10,000. Listen, when there are that many zeros, my eyes get kind of blurry. And I'm like, where's the comma, DE? You got to put a comma in. Then we have the Rift Sigil, which is also something that's been difficult for some people to get their hands on. And let me tell you right now, the drop rates in this game are utterly painful. 130 plus missions of ESO. So multiply that by 8 for each of the zones that I had to go through, and you'll know the pain and suffering. But I did finally get my blazing step ephemera fire feet. Then we get a Forma bundle, which is 3 Formas, you know, to pay us back, you know, because the other challenge there is, you know, this isn't really a reward when it's just evening itself out, DE. I'm looking at you. Then we have an Orokin Reactor. We also have 50 more Nora creds. We have another 10,000 Kuva. We've got an Orokin Catalyst. Definitely nice to kind of help people out if they need that kind of stuff. Then we get to good shit. Aura Forma, which, by the way, still not playing arbitrations because it's still garbage with those revives. And last but not least, the real honest and truth, like the thing that we want out of everything. I don't care what anybody else has to say, the Eidolon Ephemera. And trust me, I'm so happy to just be able to get an ephemera, even if it's just to grind for the ephemera, because I'm literally farming up the last ephemera that I need to complete my collection, which of course is Ice Poops. And I've gotten 4 Shocking Step ephemeras instead of Ice Poops ephemera. And for me to be able to say that there is a clear line path to the Eidolon ephemera and just to be able to have it, I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I farmed so many freaking Eidolon in my time that legitimately for me to have to go back and potentially refarm them all over again, not having that. But regardless, let me know how you guys feel about all of these rewards. Are you happy to see Nightwave return and also have a way to kind of go back and finish old Nightwave missions just in case you missed them? Actually, I don't think that that's available here. I'll leave a pinned comment down below with the information on whether that would be live, because I don't think that it's live on this one if you miss a week. So get this done while you can, and get excited for the emissary because it should be coming soon. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. Wait, hold on. Is it really sad that I'm more excited about Eidolon Ephemera and Lotus Ephemera than I am of Railjack? Regardless, that about does it for me for now, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and get your gamma palette. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye! I literally have chicken in the oven and I can smell it!